Hi guys, Green Star here. I have an interesting little review for you. This is a vintage old tackle box filled with stuff from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. I've kind of dated some of it. I found some of it as early as the 20s, maybe even earlier, I guess. If I don't know 100%. And most of it, like 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe some 50s. I know there's not much after that. So, I'll probably do this in two parts because it'll be easier to kind of show you the first top like two, which is really cool, and then the bottom part next. So let's do the first one. Now, before I open it, let's check this out, okay? So you can see this is an aluminum, and it's kind of look like a Bakelite handle. Maybe the tackle box is a little bit older, it's a little bit newer itself, I don't know. You can see it is a Umco, Spring Park, Minnesota. Now, I am from Minnesota, so you know that this came from Minnesota. I don't know if this says anything. There is nothing underneath. It's in really nice shape. I'm assuming that these take a real beating and don't go bad real quick. The handle's real nice, very comfortable. I like the handle. It's a cool tackle box for its age. Let's check out the top. Now I can see some things right off the bat that I know I have used, but let's start off right off to the side here. This is a double hook bronze, made in Japan. Interesting, huh? And look at all those in there. They're all just little... Oh, they're all double hooks. They're not trebles, they're doubles, which is what it says. Durr. Some of them have weights, things like that. That's cool. It's a full box. Interesting. Yeah. That's your first hit. 50 pieces. Plenty of them in there, yeah. What is this? Okay, you got a little plastic box. Okay. Well, it looks like there's nothing in here, but it was a Revelation Mustad Hooks. Carla, Western Auto Supply. Auto Supply? I wonder if this was like a free, like a giveaway, something like that. We'll turn that around because that'll look a little cooler. This is actually pretty neat, pretty nice condition. Close that. Okay, our first lure. Oops. This is wood. It is a wood lure. There is it looks like a 020 on it. Very cool looking lure. Look at all the little treble hooks. Man, this would be a vicious one. I'd hate to try and get this out of a fish. Oh, man. Cool looking, though, huh? I have no clue what the value of any of these are, if they're pricey or not. And there may be some more modern, like little plastic ones. Let's go beyond that right here. What do we have here? We have a Lane's Flasher from Wyoming, New York. A Wayne's Flasher, that seems weird. So is just a typical spoon, a red and white. I know that in Minnesota these are really popular. They work great. Red spoons are pretty awesome, red and white ones. I have used those plenty of times myself, especially up on the boundary wires. Let's see what we have here. This looks like a classic Daredevil. It looks like an older one. I know the newer ones definitely have a red Daredevil symbol on there. Daredevil. The bronze back. Detroit, USA. Now, I believe this actually might have come from the Michigan area first. Look at this beast. Oh, that's too bad. Great big treble hook. You can see some weights. Let's put that aside real quick. Another regular single hook. That's a big hook, man. You're putting a big bait on that. Another, who knows where these little... Made in USA, where these little things came from. They have little copper, if they are copper, flashers, and there's some little weights, and then a little piece of this is a piece of wood. What's it for? No clue. Let's put those two back in there. I wonder if this was shoved in there to just make it fit. There you see there is a... I'll try to put that right back in, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to... Okay. Let's go on to this piece right here. This, what is this? This is a wattle bug. Little white stuff on it a little bit, whatever that is. It's a cool looking, I'm not going to mess around with it. Cool looking lure. This is, there's a feel of a plastic maybe? I don't know. You can see. It doesn't look like it has much wear. Okay, let's put this one right back where we found it and go on to this one. What did we find? This one is also a wattle bug. These must be a big company before Rapala came along. Rapala, I think, is probably the biggest of the companies right now that make these type fishing lures. So we'll go in. Oh, it'd be this. So it must maybe spin or waddle. Actually, waddle. All right, put you back right there. Now this is interesting. It's got a bunch of. Let's look at some of these little flies. They're for fly fishing. What is this beast? Oof, look at this. Okay, that's a spinner for sure. I'm sure that those are some form of bird feather. Let's set those down here so we can dig some of these out. Look at this. I wonder if these are tide flies. Look at that. That's a cool one. Here's a fly. Look at that. Gee, this is for like little trout fishing, I would assume. That one looks like a piece of foam that just stuck on a hook that somebody tied some stuff around. Sure would work great. This looks like horsehair, I bet. I bet you anything this is horsehair. Dog hair, donkey hair, whatever. Sure, it was a farmer. Look at that. Huh. Okay, anything else that's really... They do have some of these like little... It's like... It's deteriorating pretty quickly. It looks like little, maybe ladybugs falling apart. Another one of these. Yeah, they're falling apart really quickly. These are interesting. Oh, I know what that red thing was from. They're from these. It's a bobber. It's an old Cork Bobber. It'll come apart, I guess. I'm not going to do too much. Just an old Cork Bobber. Let's see. Let's put the old Cork Bobber in here and look at this. Now, I assume that this is a lead weight, but why would it be? Does lead really corrode like that? Old lead weight. And not much else interesting. Just a big mess of hooks. Yeah, just an old mess of hooks. Yeah, put this one back in here. Oh, you know what I didn't show you? I'm sorry. Let's look at this. What is this? This is Fluger. Fluger? Let's see. Fluger. Fluger trademark. It is a tandem spinner from Fluger. Fluger? Probably wrong, but whatever. Close enough. Okay, put these little guys back in here. Get other little flies in there. Alright, let's go on to the next. Part 2. This is why I'm going to do this in only 2 parts, because there's a bunch of stuff here, but then the next part gets a little skimpy till we get to the bottom, and I'll show you the bottom when we get to part 2. Alright, let's look at this first thing we have in here. We have a Dayton Bait and Marine Products. Dayton, Michigan. This looks like a really interesting. Is it plastic? It looks like a Bakelite plastic. I don't even think it was used. I think that's some of the packaging. That's funny. We have some really little spinners. Now, I don't know about a lot of trout fishing here in Minnesota, but man, these are little trout baits. I'm sure, or maybe little sunnies. Man, I wouldn't want to try to catch a sunny with that. I'm going to swallow it. Look at this little spinner. Oh, and that you would actually put a hook on the back of this one. This one's been used. You can see, and you would put it on there. That's interesting. Oh, I think this was the part of it. Okay, let's try this. God, God, that would be a mess. So this would go into here. And then I suppose this, okay, I know what this does. Sorry, show you that. Okay, so the spring goes over the top of that. Ah, cool. So a little bitty hook with this little spinner. I don't know if it was really meant to come apart like that, but it does. These are, I'll show you these, but holy moly, I don't want to touch them. Glad I've had my tetanus shots. Just old long hooks. Really more of a pain than anything else. Here's another spinner. No hook on the back of this one, so you must have to tie a hook on yourself or tie a bait on yourself or something. Okay, let's look at this guy. He is interesting. Looks like a little frog. He may be self-painted. I think that's what this is. It's painted to look like a frog. I bet you that is folk art. That's what that is. Folk art. Alright, let's look at this next one. Another rattlebug. No, this is a macalure. Macalure. This is the macalure. This one probably was used, I assume. Macalure. Look at that. Where was that? Up here. Okay. Let's go on to the next one here. What we got here? Okay. This is a nothing. Oh, there's another macalure. Maybe it's from Mackinac Island. Another one of these has the thing on the front. Nice color. Look at, I've always found that these are pretty interesting. I've never seen these with maybe the extra strength put into them. Like that. That's a nice looking lure. Probably worked just fine today. Catch your fish. Uh-oh. That was dumb. Ugh. Come on. Okay. Next one. Looks like we got two more in here. Just a plain old copper spoon. Boring. Nothing. There's no writing on it or anything. I can't really tell you anything. What's this spoon? And a silver mill spoon. Plain old. Work just fine. I mean, they sell these today. And I know, I mean, I bring them up to the boundary wires and I try to put weedless treble hooks on them. To make them run a little better. Let's see what we got. We have an old, this old pocket knife. Look at that. That mother of pearl handle. Let's see what we got. Urgh. I don't even know if I can get that piece out. There it is. God, is that... Yeah, this is what it looks like. Is that a little knife? The bigger one. Unfortunately, this side has a crack. That's the way it is. These old pieces like that. Is there a name on it at all? There really isn't a name. I don't see anything. Anyways. Nothing on it. That's too bad. It'd be kind of cool to see a marking of some sort. Close this down. Oh, it's a little cracked inside there too. Okay, what else do we have in here? The last little bits on the top here are flies. Different types of flies that you would use. God, these are big hooks for a fly hook. I mean, I hope you're not using that with a trout. Especially with barbs like that. You're really gonna... If you don't want to keep the trout, man, you're gonna damage that trout. Okay, well that is part one. Glad you watched. Thanks for watching. Stick around for part two. This needs to be a part two because we're already at the 14-minute mark. So I will put the link in the thing in the description and check it out. So I will see you later.